Welcome to a lesson where we will learn about the with clause. But first, we mentioned that we can use also the subqueries in the from part of a select statement. And this looks as following. As you can see, in my from part of a select statement, I have only a subquery. And this is a way to filter out some data from some table, right? In my case, I'm fetching only the employee ID. I name that as ID, and I'm concatenating the first name and the last name, name that as a full name, and I'm also fetching the phone number. And I have a condition to fetch only those records that have salary lower than 5,000, right? So when I execute this query, we can get the data as desired. To improve the readability of that query, we can also use the with, and then my query would look as following. So we'll start with the keyword with. We're gonna name how this, let's call it a view, will be named. So I'm just gonna name it using with. And we are defining that as and all of the content in the brackets. Right? And after that, I can make my select from the using with part. And this looks completely the same as a standard select query. So it's select. I'm gonna select all of the data and from the using with. Please note that after the brackets, I'm not putting any semicolon or a comma, but it's only followed by the select statement. So when I execute this query, I'm gonna get completely the same results. Of course, I can filter those results in any way I want. So for example, I could just fetch full name. And note that I'm using now my alias, which is defined in the with part. And as we can see, we got only the full name returned. And of course, I can also use the where clause, the order by clause, and so on. Also, just important thing to remember is when using the with, we are not creating a database object, but it only exists during the runtime of that query. Try to play with example you make by yourself and test this out. Try to make some errors, as this is the best way you'll learn stuff. This is it for this quick one, and see you in the next one.